Hi, I'm Paracurly. Welcome back to my channel. You can put me on while you clean, or you can schedule along with me, or you can watch the bodacious art that will be on your screen in a few seconds. Also, my other design videos have characters and they need names, so if you have any ideas, go comment them. Back to designing random stuff I find as characters. This time, I decided to do cakes as different types of witches. So I'm taking three different types of cake. This time it's going to be angel food cake, black forest cake, and strawberry shortcake. And I'm going to morph them into witch designs. Um, for inspo, I looked at like Cookie Run because I play Cookie Run, and I like the way that they simplify like icing and cake bits and like different fruit. So it was a really good way of like looking at how other people simplify things. I also looked at different styles of hats. For this, I wanted each of them like what I like when I do these design videos to have something required, like that I have to design for them because I need to get better at like object design. For this, I wanted them to have each like a hat, a wand, and a book, like a spell book. So we're getting more detailed than my other design videos. Um, to help with inspiration, I made some color palettes for each of them before I did my sketches, and I wanted to work on contrast and color theory. So I'm incorporating that into my design process because usually I'll make the design and then I'll struggle with the colors and give up. So, like, I liked that I visualized it beforehand. Also, I wanted to give all of them in my thrift characters vid. There is a character I give like a halo around his head, and I just wanted to do that for every single one of these cake designs. And I didn't. I resisted. I only gave it to one. I gave it to the Black Forest because she's my favorite. Um, but so, yes, I think she's my favorite. I had a really clear idea for her. I have a really clear idea for her, and she actually sparked like the prompt in the first place. I always love how mystical Black Forest cake looks. I've never had it. I know some people don't like it, some people do. Well, that's with everything. Um, but I'm really proud of specifically the buns in her hair that I thought of because they like connect back to her hat. And I played with the silhouette of them and like stretched them a bit to make them look like cherries. And like the stems are part of her hat. So she is the most traditionally witchy, and I believe that like really shows. I also got my practice drawing lace because I thought it was integral that I put it in there. I always like struggle with my own lace designs, so I always look up inspo and then I end up just like freehanding like it anyway. For this one, I did like cherries and little cakes, so I thought that was really cute. It was also pretty easy to make the pattern connect. She is also easy color wise because Black Forest cake is like brown, red, and white. Choosing them didn't really have to do that. I just needed to figure out where to put them, especially like how they don't look stupid next to each other. Um, so her dress is supposed to replicate the bark on a lot of like how they decorate the cakes. Um, and her spell book, I took inspo from like this bleeding mushroom. It's called Devil's Tooth Mushroom, and it gives like a pretty eerie feeling to her cream parts. Um, and I thought that was really necessary, especially like with the bark, like having the sap kind of seep out of it. Um, and so also her wand is like a sharp chunk of bark, and I made the stone at the bottom look like a cherry. So, and I head canon about my own character that it glows when she casts spells. I wanted to incorporate like blood jewelry, like jewelry that looks like blood and pearls, but I really only got to fit that around her waist because like I only thought of that after I did most of the design. I really like the contrast that it ended up being, and I like the ombre on her hat. So overall, very pretty, very gorgeous. um, all right, on to the next one. Strawberry shortcake. I had a lot of fun with this one. And actually, it started with the idea I had for the spell book. I really wanted it to be one of those early 2000s locked notebooks. Like they have like a code or a voice key. I don't know if you guys, I don't know how old you guys are, but there used to be ads of like, there's a voice code. No one can get into your diary. Like you're writing important stuff at like 5. But Like I always wanted one because they always look so cool. But so that is her spell book. It has like a little key. I didn't design the key. Maybe I should do that. But I always wanted like it kind of set the Y2K vibe for the rest of her design, honestly. It's not that much pink. There's not that much pink in Strawberry Shortcake. So I tried to avoid it mostly. Like I wanted to focus more on like reds and maybe off whites, at least when I started. um, I tried incorporating whipped cream without it looking Christmassy, but with my commitment to the red, it really wasn't working out well. So I used more of an off white for like especially the jeans and the accents. And I love her shirt. Oh, I got way too into the early 2000s theme of her. Got way too locked in as well. Did line art for her. Didn't even mean to. I don't know why I did that. Um, I do love her hair. Her hair is awesome, and it indulged my childhood a bit with her second wand because I gave her two wands. Um, her one wand is it's like a pen that has water in it, and I had one as a kid. It's also another like I think it's an early 2000s thing. Um, but it would have like water or liquid in it, and it would have like fish in it, and you would shake it around. Photo here if I can find something like that. Also, I love her props, and I did go back and experiment with her. What was it to make her more cake and witch like? Tell me what you prefer. I'm curious because I don't know how I did. Also, um, her other wand, I forgot to mention her other wand is the perfume bottle. It's a body mist, and like she like overpowers people with it. Again, early 2000s theme. um, so I had fun with it. It was very indulgent for me, even if she didn't look too witchy at the end. All right, this last one. It's for the last one I got kind of tired. I'm a full-time student, so my finals are coming up quite soon. Um, but the angel food cake is mostly about like the cake and not the icing because every single time I looked up a photo, it was completely bare. I think it I don't know why it's called angel. I should have researched that. But I saw it a lot of times with fruit, so I made sure to add that, and it's usually like a circle with a hole in it. um I wanted the angel and the cake part to shine, like I didn't want one to overshadow the other. But it's hard because I can't just put a photo of the cake. Like I had to actually design for the design video. I showed her angelic side with her silhouettes and her shape. Her cloak is meant to resemble like feathers. Oh my god, like an angel. And the cake was the basis for most of the colors and the book. The tan was hard to make not blend together, but I think I did it. I think I did pretty good, especially because of the white I put on her dress. And it showed how light, and honestly, hey, if we analyze it, it showed how light and thick angel food cake is in the center, along with the slightly tanned cooked exterior. Also, she had her left arm partially gone. I think she was born like that and chooses to hide her casting hand under her cloak. I almost forgot about this detail, but her scarf actually is meant to I didn't put too much detail into it, but it's meant to represent like angels that have multiple heads. Um, I know that there's like some heavenly beings that have like a boar head, a human head, and like something else, or a horse head, something like they have multiple heads. They're meant to look inhuman, and I think that's really cool. So I added that on her scarf. Just like I think it's just like vague eyes and noses, but I'm telling you, so it's okay. Um, yes, her book is just a cake, but it's like a halo, so it's fine. I honestly think it's like corny enough to go with her design. Also, her wand is I grew up like Catholic, so I made her wand altar server bells, which are basically I think they're usually four bells connected. I'll put up a photo. I like the idea that like I like unconventional wands, and I like the idea that like anything they think is meaningful can cast magic for them because that power is theirs and they can kind of channel that through anything important. So it can look traditional or not. um, I also really took that direction with the hats. I hope it isn't too distracting, even if they don't come off as like really evil witches. I do think they still all come across as spellcasters, especially with their different props. So tell me what you think, and if I should redo them and make them look incredibly witchy. but I don't know. I don't know. But if you want to give me some name requests for them in the comments, I will choose them for next video. And thank you so much for getting this far. I really appreciate it. And I've been trying to post more often. And I know I post like every Friday. I try. This hopefully is coming out Friday. But I really enjoy making these and I want to improve my design. And there's a bigger video coming out that I've been working on for a while. So stay tuned for that. And thank you so much. I hope you have a good day or night, and I hope if you cleaned your room that you did a great job.